Welcome to my fourth update of building my new Nintendo room. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here for my channel Nintendo Collecting. It's been a great weekend. It was a long weekend in Canada because we have Victoria Day, but that actually meant that I had several birthday parties to go to for my friends, which was fantastic. But that also means I didn't work on my Nintendo collection as much as I wanted building this room. Now, I did mention in the past that I wanted to start bringing over my collection, and I'm slowly starting to do that, but with so many different little jobs to do, I don't want to have too many things in this collection to get damaged. I don't want to bring them over here too early, basically. I also need to get my collection appraised because I am getting it insured. It was insured in the past under my previous house, but now that I'm in a new one, I have to do a little bit more to get it insured. So I need to take a documentation of absolutely everything in my entire collection. I had a document that was pretty up to date, but I need to get going on that. Beyond that, I also want to make sure that I'm protecting this room, so I do have to do a few other things, and I'll get to that throughout the video. But here are 5 things that I've done recently in the past 2 days. Number 1, you'll notice that the massive white cabinet that my HDTV was on and kind of hanging over is gone. So that's being replaced by this black one you see here. That one I found for $10 at a local place that sells furniture and a lot of other items in my hometown. Amazing, incredible deal. A lot of people wonder how much I spend on furniture. I'm a minimalist. I want to spend as low as possible, and I also want to try and find things for free whenever I can. So I spent $10 on this. It works so well, fitting in a lot of my Nintendo home consoles, all of them actually, once I get my Wii here. So that's number 1. Number 2, you can see the lighting that's actually with this console, or with this display of consoles. So these ones I've got from IKEA. I think they're called dioder or something like that. So you can actually change the color. You can see the little wheel over here. You can change the color on what this looks like. So let me just show you. If we just change this maybe to white. It looks good as white as well. So you can change all the colors, which is really awesome. I needed a review, and I'm going to buy a few more of those lights probably to install them elsewhere in the room. But that really makes my collection of consoles pop, which looks exceptional. I'm really happy with that. Also, along that theme of lighting, I did install new lights in this display cabinet right here. I'm going to open it up just to show you. They were from IKEA. These ones are the LED pucks, or discs, you could call them. So I installed 2 on that shelf and 2 on the bottom shelf, because this always had the original light at the top, but when you have so many items on this, even though there's glass shelving in this, the light can't really get through. So having more lighting in this while it's empty, I thought that would be a really good idea. Might as well install it while this thing's empty. Makes a lot of sense to me. So right now, this one looks incredibly bright, which is fantastic, especially when it's going to be full. I think it's going to look a lot better. And you can kind of compare that one to this one over here, which is dark on the bottom already, but if it was filled with items, it would be really dark on the bottom. So I'm going to buy another light set now that I'm happy with that and install them in that one. So hopefully, next video, maybe that'll be done already. We'll see about that. I do have a light switch right here that I can actually turn off both of those lights at once, which is really, really handy. So I have that there just to have, and it's kind of tucked out of the way, as you can see, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so that's number 1 and number 2. Number 3, the big thing, was the Amiibo shelves have gone up. There's one more for me to put up on this end, but I was running into some problems. Of course, it's very late, so I'm kind of giving up on that for the day, but I'll get back to that tomorrow and I'll finish it up. So these look fantastic. I do have some items up there that I need to do a lot of videos for. I need to do some more Amiibo unboxings, of course. The next wave's going to come out too. And I found some NES controllers in a box that I've got to talk about. A lot of things to do. But I must mention that these shelves was such a good story. So these things are fantastic. I found them at Target because I went to Target so many times looking for things for this collection in my room before they closed, and they had fixture sales. They had so many fixtures. I went through everything and I found 5 of these shelves that already have brackets mounted to them, which is incredible. I did take a wrench and I made sure that this was a little bit more flush and even with the wall, and that was crazy. So I found 5 of them I should say, 5 of them. I had no idea how long they were, just bought them. Went home, they were 4 feet each, great. I measured this beam that's up here, and the beam is almost exactly 20 feet long. Oh my god, that's incredible. So all 5 of them fit, and then there's 1 inch to spare. Sometimes the stars just align and everything works out amazingly well. So that was absolutely shocking for me that it fits so beautifully. They can definitely handle maybe 5 to 10 pounds of weight. So I'm going to put the 50 Amiibo from Super Smash Bros. Line up there. Maybe there's a bit more than 50, we'll see in the end. But about 50 should fit along that 20-foot beam, which will look really cool, I think, once they're all up there. So that's fantastic. So that's number 3. Number 4, keeping in with the theme of me trying to keep this collection safe, I did buy a window security guard, I think it's called, right here, that I need to install on this window. It's not installed yet. And that's also why I haven't moved the collection over. I want to make sure I have that in place and insurance before I move everything over to this space. So that's really important. Just had to quickly mention that. Number 5, you'll notice that I'm trying to really make some of the furniture a bit smaller. So now that HDTV, the white one, is gone, it makes it look like it's a lot more spacious for now. And over here, I did have my N64 coffee table right here, and I also had my Gamecube one stacked on top of it, but that was just taking up too much room. When they were stacked, they looked a little strange, so I actually took off the Gamecube one from the legs, and I mounted it to the N64 one. So I can swap it with the N64 one if I want, and I know the Gamecube one's a little bit hidden. You can't really see it very well, but for now it's going to stay like that because I need to get a little bit more space. I'm trying to be more mindful for it. So I do think above that now I can put all my Pokemon stuff. I made some Pokemon displays that I really needed space for, so I think they're going to go right over there. So that's 5 things. A quick little note, I am doing the table as well. I'm painting a new table, so that's going to take some time, and I do want to do a video about that when I get to it. So there's a lot going on. There's so much to do. Of course, I still have my job. I still have coaching. I play sports. I have my family and my friends and other hobbies and interests. But I am trying to make this a priority, and I hope to have a new room tour for you. Let's say the end of June is still the goal. So maybe one more month of doing different things and projects, and then hopefully everything will be ready. But in the meantime, I'll continue to bring you videos, and I'll bring you other videos Nintendo related. I have to get back to that, and I will, now that this room's in pretty good shape. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to fill that like bucket. Follow me on all the social media links in the description below the video. And remember, as always, go collect them all and keep smiling while gaming.